Hi there. All right, so this is how we set up an automation sequence in MailChimp. So as you can see, I just logged into one of my clients' accounts and I'm just on their dashboard. And before I get started, you just want to make sure that this client has upgraded, if specifically if they're on MailChimp, that they have upgraded to a paid account, and because automation is a paid feature, so that costs $10 a month. So you just want to make sure that they're already on the paid plan, and once they're on the paid plan, you'll be able to go ahead and create an automation, no problem. If they weren't on the paid plan, there'd be like a little notification right here that says like upgrade your account for this feature. All right, so I just went over and clicked on automation, and now it's time to add my automation. So how I like to do it, I find this the easiest way because I can kind of change up in multiple different ways, is there's all these like templates that they've already created, but we're just going to bypass those and go straight down to custom. So we click on the custom section and then custom event workflow and then add automation. So then you can just go ahead and name your automation. And this one is going to be the DW planning guide. And you just want to select a list that it's going to be like assigned to. So typically in MailChimp, whenever you create a new lead magnet or a new freebie or whatever, you would add a new list. So if this is an email sequence that's following up after somebody downloads a freebie, you're just going to choose whatever that freebie is. If this is just a welcome sequence for anybody who happens to sign up to get like their newsletters or whatever, you just want to choose their main list. As you can see, the mailing list one would be the one I would choose if this were just a welcome sequence. But this is a follow-up sequence for after somebody downloads the Destination Wedding Planning Guide. So that's the list I've chosen. And then I just kind of named the automation the same name so that like I know what it's all about. And then we're going to hit next. All right, and now, as you can see, the workflow is a custom event workflow with this list name. And now the important thing you need to do next is edit the trigger. So right now the trigger says 1 day after subscribers are manually added to the workflow. That is completely wrong. We just want to make sure it's really important that we change this. So that right now, if we left it, anybody would only go through the sequence if they were like, we manually put them in there. So you want to edit the trigger, and then we're going to change the trigger. So typically what you'll want to do is you'll want to go over to list management and then choose sign up. So this means that a subscriber will go through the sequence whenever they join the list Destination Wedding Planning Guide that we previously chose. So depending on the sequence, you might want to give it a delay, but typically if it's you're following up when somebody opts in, you want it to go out immediately because the first email is going to deliver whatever they signed up to get. So you can easily see, if you read the sequence, if it is delivering that first freebie, you're going to make it go out immediately. If it's not delivering that freebie, if they're just like checking up on the free, like, hey, did you get your freebie? Then in that case, you would make it go out a day later. But 99% of the time, it's going to be immediately. So then you can just update the trigger. And there you go. So this is the first email, and we can just go ahead and set that up. So we're going to name the email, and I'm just going to name it DW Planning Guide email number 1, like something super simple. And then for the subject line, we're going to go over to the Google Doc that has all the content in, which you should have. And crap, I did not do the titles for this. So whoops. Typically you will have a subject line, like it would say email number 1, subject line, blah, blah, blah. And then you would just copy and paste the subject line, but I was dumb and I forgot to add the subject lines in here for the copywriter. So that did not get done. So I'm going to go ahead and make that up. But if you are doing this and you notice that there aren't any subject lines, let me know and I will I will make sure that that gets taken care of. So I'm just gonna put like, here's your ultimate guide, because that's the name of the thingy. You just can briefly glance at this to make sure this is saying all the right stuff, but it should be all set. And click next at the bottom. And then now we have to choose our design. Typically I would go over to like campaigns or save templates. So it looks like she has a newsletter template here. Look at some of the stuff she's previously sent out. Okay, I like this one. It's cute. So I'm just gonna select this one. I guess if you're doing this, I should probably have told you what the template is going to be, or sometimes we design new ones. So if you're unsure, just ask me what the template is supposed to be and I'll let you know. Or sometimes it might be really obvious. Like there might be one that says email sequence template. So just kind of use your best judgment. But I'm going to choose this one because it matches, like we don't have any pictures or anything. And so this one matches like what the content is. So you've chosen your design, and then so basically the first thing you need to do is this area up at the top. In most circumstances in MailChimp, you're going to need to click on this to edit the preview of the email. So I'm just usually I put some sort of like variation of the subject line or something like that. So I'll just be like, time to download your ultimate guide to planning a destination wedding. Oops, now went over to 2 lines, so that's not ideal. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. And then so we're finished editing this, so you just click save and close. And then now I just clicked on this text area for that to pop up. And looks like there's an image at the bottom. I don't want this. Okay, I can just, okay. So I'm just gonna like select all, delete, and then go over to this, and then I'm gonna, okay, so we have buttons and stuff in here. So if there's any kind of element, I'm just gonna like copy and paste everything up to that element, and then and then paste this in here. So then you're gonna want to select all again, clear styles, and I'll just make it go back to the default. And then this spacing is kind of off, so I'm just gonna delete and then hit enter to like delete all the way up to there, and then hit 2 times enter. Okay, now we're gonna save and close, and then oh wait, this looks a little small. It should be a normal size. All right, 14 looks better to me. So, oops. Okay, so now I'm gonna go, like if I'm not selected on anything, this will be over here. So I'm just gonna choose button because I have this in parentheses here. Button is what needs to go next. So button, input the button, and then so button text. Download your guide now. And then this is going to link to a URL. So you'll need the URL for it, which I don't know if I have this. Yes, I do somewhere. Let me just. Typically, this will be a Dropbox URL. I have in my account a folder called Client Content Upgrades, and that's where I put all the stuff. So I'm just gonna upload the pleading guide because I forgot to do this previously. And see, I'm just gonna find the PDF I need. Click open. Okay, so if you're in Dropbox, you find the content upgrade you need. Typically, I'll have given you the URL, but just in case, you click share and then click create a link, and then click copy the link. And then you want to go ahead and input this as the web address. Cool thing with Dropbox is if you can see here, the URL ends with DL equals 0. Basically, this means that the link will just bring them to a page that looks like this, and then they can choose whether they want to download it or not. But I don't like doing that because it requires them to take an extra step. So if you can actually just edit this URL, click DL equals 1, and it'll just automatically download the PDF right onto their desktop as soon as they click it. So that is pretty simple. Okay, now we're going to go over to style and just change this background color to be the correct color for her brand. So I'm going to go over here into Asana, find her project, click on branding. I'm going to choose the pink color, and there. You could also like make it bigger or whatever, but I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to click save and close. And now it's time for some more text. So I'm just going to click and drag a text element below the button. And then we're going to do this again up to the photo because that's another element. So copy and paste the text here, select all, clear styles, size 14, delete, space, delete, space. Okay. Save and close. Now we're going to choose the image element, click and drag that below the text box. And now it's time to upload an image. Not sure. What is the image we're using? I should be more prepared. Okay, I'm going to go over to her website. Go to about, and I could have sworn she had I want to find one that's like specific to her getting married. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna save that one to my desktop, and then go back here, and we're gonna upload an image, or you can browse the ones she already has. So she might actually have that one uploaded. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like she does. So we're going to upload. I'm gonna have to find that thing I just saved. All right, I'm just gonna resize this a little bit because usually it'll tell me it's way too big. So I'm just gonna resize this to like 600. Save and close. And then I'm gonna input another text element below here. And then I'm gonna click and drag this. And looks like we're all set to the end of this email. So just gonna select all, paste, select all, clear styles, increase the size to 14. Delete space, delete space, delete space, delete space. Oh, this was bolded in the original. In the original document, so I'm just gonna also bold that and increase the size so that it looks more like a header. Maybe we will center it. I want to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. We could even like make this a different color. Lance space. Space. Okay, so she wanted to include a link to her like her thing where you can book a free call. So that's this one. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that link into Let's Chat and link. And then we're gonna add the link to the Dropbox as well. Okay, now we're gonna save and close, and so now it matches the like we have the photo, we have the button and everything. So now it looks like we are all set. I just want to make sure that these are, yep. Sometimes clients don't have these filled out, so I will just click to make sure that their Twitter links are actually in there. So it looks like she's on the ball. All right. So this is all set to go. So we're just going to click save and continue. And now the first email is all set. So basically, like, we're just going to keep, I'm not going to make you watch me, but I'm going to just click add email. Another one of these will pop up, and I will go ahead and keep adding emails to this sequence. And that is how you do a MailChimp automation.